So, Japan and Korea always has had a very complicated relationship, as everyone is aware. Uh, were you afraid of that cultural difference, or difference may not be the right word, but almost cultural hatred? There's really no other word to say it, but a lot of times it does seem like there's a lot of conflict, a lot of not physical conflict, but a lot of political conflict, a lot of political hate, in the media, in the political world. Were you afraid of that when you first were in Korea and thinking about coming to Japan?
Yeah, I afraid about that always because every lunchtime we turn the TV and there's always news, Korea president. Now in Korea government they are very familiar to Japan, but last government is very wow. They said Japan is enemy. So he said we cannot lose Japan again.
Lose to Japan
Lose
again.
to Japan, Korea president in office TV.
Right.
Every Japanese, I am only Korean. Yeah, I was eating lunch.
You speed up that lunch.
Oh, I didn't hear that. And they also looked my face. Oh, is he okay? So yeah, we care about each other and have a manner each other. So there was no problem during 4 years Japan, but yeah, I always afraid about that because it was not discrimination, but there was one event in airport. I did some part-time job in airport as an interpreter or translator. Then I was guiding customers to this way, immigration, customs. Then some Japanese man about 40s came to me and, "Are you Japanese?" "No, I'm Korean." Oh, you are Korean. But why are you working in Japan?" Just I wanna try to live in Japan. I like Japan." No. I mean, you are not Japanese, but why can you work in Japan?
Oh,
Why-
like how are you
how?
able to work here
Yeah.
in this country?
His meaning was, you cannot work in Japan because you are Korean.
Oh, I see.
You are not Korean. You are Joseon people. Very past name of Korea.
Oh, did he say?
Yeah.
Oh,
You are Joseonjin, not Korean. So I noticed that he's not normal guy. So I called officer and weird guy, please.
please
Yeah.
take care of this.
So there's nothing more than that is only thing I experienced in Japan. So there's not many problems about historical things. But in Korea, my friends, close friend, always told me, "You are betrayer."
Oh, they said that. Your own friends say that to you.
Of course, there's joke.
Ah.
Yeah, you are a betrayer of Korea. Why did you go to Japan? So
Right.
yeah. But hey guys, you are also very fascinated about Demon Slayer, always playing Japanese game, don't you? Yeah, right. But you are a betrayer.
Right.
Of course, that is just joke.
Yeah.
There's a very anyway in Korea, in Japan, who's someone like Japan is always called by betrayer. Of course, that is joke.
Right.
So don't need to care about that. Just like that.
So going back to the situation in your lunchroom when the TV
Yeah.
was on, did any of your coworkers approach you that day to talk to you about that,
Very-
or
Like this.
they just look,
Yeah.
but they didn't say anything?
Yeah.
I feel that's a very Japanese thing not to say
Yeah.
anything, and it's almost a good thing that they don't, because it's such an awkward moment, right? Like for you, it's such like it's so cringe. It's such a cringe moment. Now on the flip side, if the Japanese president said that and said we cannot, well, they can't say the exact same thing. If a Japanese president said, for example, Korea is our enemy, you know, we will beat them again. Okay, for example, and you were Japanese and you were working in Korea.
Wow.
Do you feel that the situation would be very different?
Very different. Wow. Of course, maybe Korean do not talk to Japanese in there, but someone's speak to TV,
Oh,
like to
Yeah.
Japan minister.
yeah.
Fucking Japan. Like,
Yeah.
what did you say?
That, yeah. That would be, that Japanese person would feel so bad.
Yeah.
Like the level of, they would just want to crawl
Yeah.
under the table
Fear.
and like, or hide in the washroom for the rest of the day. Like,
Yeah. That's a very normal thing. Yeah.
do you think they will say that, the Koreans would say that in knowing that the Japanese person would hear in that moment? Or they're just doing it because of their own, well, I mean, I'm sure it's part of their feeling that they do not like what the president just said. But do you feel like they're really trying to say this to the Japanese person, which is really just right over here?
Yeah, right.
That way?
Even he do not speak to directly to Japanese. Just his hope is just he can listen my talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is his purpose.
Do you feel that if a Japanese person working in Korea, you know, outside of this example now, do you think they would have a hard time working in Korea? They would. So do you feel that Koreans have an easier time working in Japan?
Yeah,